Yes, indeed. Good evening. I hope you're well. I have pulled out the Sequin LeBlanc jacket for one final airing of this birthday spectacular for the sheer fact we are going to be busy. You've been buying before the hour already and you don't even know what we are talking about yet. The first set, I'll tell you now, we are talking John Next Door. The first set, the Christmas set that we launched only a few months back, has already gone. That will never be coming back again. And it's going to be the same with this as well. Once it has gone, it has gone. Okay, there will be no more. Now, as we're talking birthday, you know every time we have a brand new show, as it were, you also get a gift we purchase all the way up. So now it's a lucky dip of an embossing folder of one of these. You'll be getting something like one of these embossing folders in with your purchase as well, absolutely free. So you'll be getting one of those into your packaging. Now, he's here, yes indeed. He has gone with, I'm going to go for the jailer look. I think he's gone with this. He's gone for the jailer look here, yes indeed. It's our John. How are you, love?
I'm good, but no, I'm not wearing the hat.
Why not? Come on.
I look so special in hats, it really doesn't work.
I've quite got to like the cowboy
hat. It suits you, it really does.
I enjoy it. I never thought I'd enjoy it. I wear it around the house.
I'm so glad you went for the jacket. It's not as if I emailed in or messaged you and asked you to wear it or anything.
No, you did.
I did,
Two days ago. Yeah.
2 days ago, we were sat at home going, Adam, sequins, please, on Sunday.
If Blanche has got them, I want them as well. It was his exact words. Right then. 20% stock already gone. I've not even showed you what you're getting, to be honest. 20% of the stock has already gone. It is a why not deal. It is the second part of the Christmas launch. So if you got the first part, it will work all together. If you missed out on that, do not worry, because this is also a stand-alone. That's the big thing I need to get here. Just because we keep talking about the one we released in July doesn't mean, I don't want this. It will work together and it will also work independently as well. Right, and John, sum it all up for me.
Right, I think you've done a really good job there. What I've done with this collection is it's a slightly smaller one than the first sort of big bang, but what I've done is you've got new snowflakes. You've got this, which is Linda's Bauble.
Oh.
Which we'll go into in more depth. Then you've got the first Noel. I love Noel. It is my favourite sentiment for Christmas. So again, separate letters in that stencil new format I've done. Then you've got Mark's tree, because last year we had Jane's tree and Peter's tree. Oh. So I will explain through the shows who these people are, because they are real people. This is my favourite. I genuinely thought the factory would say no on this pear tree. If you look how fine, if you see the white lines and you see the blue lines of the tree and the pears, that's the die cut. Now, when I sent this off, I actually asked, can you make this design as the die? This is the die. Can you make it as an embossing folder? They said, no, it can't be an embossing folder, it's too fine. So I was waiting for them to say, no, you can't have a die.
But you did.
And they did it. And it's literally so thing. And it comes out, it doesn't get stuck in the die, which I'm amazed about. And then finally, which we've not even got to, you've got the new DL ribbon threader frame. And I've never done, none of my previous ones would do a DL. It's in this board, so you will get to see it.
We will see it. I want to show you the boards rather than the actual dies. For the sheer fact, you can see what they cut out. Save just looking at the dies. You all know what a die looks like. So let's look at the sheets to show you what you can also do. So your dies will cut out. This is what you're going for with your die. Then you're also going to get the tree. And then in theory, this would be the waist. But I quite like this.
I love that. I really worked hard to make sure that that piece was stable as a piece of waste, because to me that's a beautiful another background die.
Yeah.
That's another piece, and I'll be showing you that through the demos. And that frames perfectly Mark's tree, which, as you can see, I've used... The three sentiments I've used this year in the dies are joy, hope and peace. So you can see through the tree you've got joy, hope and peace wafting across them.
I love it.
With the stars, so it ties in with the stars as well. And again, that looks really delicate, but it is a solid piece, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
You're not sticking it everywhere. It's not got wobbly bits. I really should peel one that I've got cut somewhere and just hold it up, but it's so stable.
What I like as well, though, if you took the stalk off, it looks quite magical. It doesn't look like a tree if you don't want it to be a tree. If you took the star off, I'll cut that with the top of your screen. You could go quite magical-esque.
You could. Well, the actual swirl on that is, I drew that. So I actually drew the swirl, and it's what we call an infinity swirl, in that it sort of carries on and never
I love
ends.
it.
Goes to the bottom, carries on again.
A quarter of the stock now has already gone. Right then, baubles up next. I've got a lot of boards to get through, not much time to get them through, so let's rattle through baubles.
Right.
Like these.
Linda's Bauble. So
Linda's
if your
Bauble.
order is packed at Crafts 2, it will be packed by Penny, who had Penny's Baubles in the first release, or the lovely Linda, who is this lady, or it will be by Peter, who you've had Peter's tree, or Mark, when we get to, that was Mark from Mark's tree. So this is Linda's Bauble, and the idea is it's got the same shape as one of the baubles in Penny's, but it's larger. So it's a larger bauble. You've got a new insert again, which gives you the stag with the snowflakes as it was in Penny's Bauble. But you've got a separate line so that you can actually have a fine outside rim on the bauble, which you couldn't get with Penny's.
Oh, so this one here.
That's that one, yeah. So you've got the extra piece at the bottom. But then you've also got 3 other inserts for this, which will give you a village scene and 2 different tree lines. So you can use the tree lines with the village, or the tree line with the stag, or the tree line on their own, or both tree lines, or one of them.
Oh, my word.
The combinations are endless. I mean, I've got one here that has been made by, and it's going to be really hard to show, by Art Angel. But if you can see here, she's done this with the lights in. You've got the stags going with the trees.
That works.
And that folds completely flat. But when you open it, you see into there, if I get it straight, there we go, you can see in all the trees, all the layers and everything that you can see in it. So you can see there, as the lights go down,
You can see the whole village in the back and
you
stuff.
see the village, you see the snowflakes, you see everything all phrased in the same way. And of course, what I love about this is because it's made with the die cuts,
It's all going to fold flat.
it's all going to fold flat, and she's used the bauble even as the tie on the front, which I just think is so beautiful. Get it in the right place, John.
Absolutely stunning. This is flying out the door. How much has gone now? 30% of the stock now already gone. We are 7 minutes into our first live hour. Then we come to the Pear Tree. Love this. Look at the detail you are getting on that pear tree. You could also cut it down and go slightly half if you want. If you want to go half a tree.
It's perfectly symmetrical. So you can, if you take half off, the other side is completely symmetrical. So you can actually reverse it on the back.
So it's going to look the same.
So it'll look the same on the back and the front. So you can put 2 together and stitch down it with a sewing machine and things. But I've included a partridge and 2 pears. And the pear tree frame, but that is, it looks so delicate to pull out of the die. Honestly, it isn't.
It's down to the smallest of details that you are getting
It's a
on this.
millimetre. Some of those connecting lines are a millimetre.
So obviously this is what's going to cut in or cut out your cards, entirely up to you. If you want those card blanks, absolutely beautiful. Then you're also going to get your like little mats and layers, so you know they're all going to work. Right then, here we go. We've still got more to do. Right, let's do borders. This time DL cards, very on trend at the moment. DL cards are.
Loads of people have asked for DL. So this is Falling Stars.
Nice.
So in here you've got the falling stars in the middle, which again cut in or cut out. Then you've got the frame, which matches with it, which has stars on it, and it has the ribbon thread. So this to me is the first time I've seen a DL ribbon thread.
Yeah, no, it's true.
That you can thread, and you can thread the ribbon through lots of different ways. And it will take a standard 7 or 10 millimetre ribbon. And again, all the different mats and layers you need. There's just so much you can do with this.
I love it. I absolutely adore it. So then you've got that, all in the same bundle. Oh, yeah, you're getting all that. Then we've got Noel that we're talking about now. Now, once again, you can cut in or you can cut out. It's entirely up to you how you, just like this bit at the bottom. That's like film strips. You put your little negatives in there and things like that of Christmas pictures.
Yeah, you could, perfectly. And notice they're dotted, so it's not just a plain square. Because you could do that with a normal plain square.
That's true.
I've added dots onto that, so you've got detailing in it. And again, cut them out so the letters can cut together. So you get an N, an O, and an E, and an L. So if your name's Leo, you're fine, you're covered.
True.
But also, I gave you a snowflake, which is the same as the Baroque snowflake in the first collection. But you can replace the O with the snowflake. So you've got Noel, as I've done at the top. And because it's 4 separate dies in a strip, lengthways, DL, square, any way you want it to go.
And then last but no means least, you've also got your snowflakes as well. Now, obviously, this is what you're going for. This would be your waist, but they both work together. Now, the first question I asked when I saw these was like, well, do they work with the previous snowflakes you just bought, or are you making me buy more snowflakes? But they do, don't they? These work as an insert to the snowflakes that we've already got.
They do. They're a completely different style, drawing and everything, but they will fit inside the previous snowflakes as an extra layer.
I love them.
But these are based on a circle, and I wanted these to be separate so you could do the spray. And again, if you look, I made sure that the waste that they're cut out from stays in place and is as attractive, if not more, than the actual snowflake.
I love it. 40% now. 40% of the overall stock has now already gone. Once this has gone, it has gone. Freedom price on this, 2 flexible payments of £30.58. Everything available individually as well, should you so want it. But your saving is in that large bundle. It is going to be a die set you reach to every single year because it will not date. And no doubt, what John brings us next year will also work with this collection as well. I have so much more new stuff on the show as well. Jump to the website, everything's on there for you. You'll see them individually. Now, this is the stars that you're seeing here. So that picture there is broke. It's not the right picture. You just got to replace that with the stars that's in there. When you click on it, it is the stars, okay? So that is the stars that you are looking at there for individually. Now, busy on this already. We are so busy. Up next, brand new again for this hour with 2J stamps and also John next door. They work hand in hand together. It's the first time I think I've seen anything like this, to be honest. These are now creating our own sort of stoppers for easel cards. This is an easy way to create those little tags that you find that you can't type presents and things.
Well, I'm well known for making a card and then putting a sentiment on later.
Yeah.
I love to make the card I want to make and then decide who it's for and put the sentiment on. So when it came to Christmas, I wanted to do a set of sentiment stamps that were like the ones that you see in the professional ones.
Yeah, the ones you buy.
You know, the ones you buy with different fonts and things like that. So I drew up all of these together, but I made sure they fitted inside my funky tags, so that you've got a tag die set that cuts them out perfectly. So things like May Your Christmas Be Merry and Bright, you can see in the middle of that it fits exactly in the white with a silver layer that goes around it in the die set. And what we've done is, again, if you've already got the tags, we have made stamps available on their own for you as well. So
it's in choice. The choice is yours, but if you want to go for both of them, £14.98, already a quarter of the stock of this. This is another one it's worth getting hold of. Pop it into that flexible basket with that original, with your one-day special. It's going to work together. Your 2J's A6 Festive Flag Sentiment Stamp Set and John Next Door's Funky Tags that you've got there is your die set. 754782 is your item number on this one. I have got finished samples. I'll do that the next time around because I've got so much to get through. Now, this is another set that I think, first of all, there's two things with this. First of all, that I don't think really anyone's done the maths to this. And then second of all, once this bundle has gone, it has gone. Because if you look at the bottom, just here, £18.99 are just for the pots, okay? If I move that, just for that, okay? So just for those. But how about if I said to you, I will give you the pots that you've got here, the brand new pollen colours that you are looking at here. I'll throw in some of the super special artificial snow, the super fine stuff, the creme de la creme of snow, should I say. I'll also throw in a pot of jewels and gems. I'll also throw in your jewel picker-upper stickers as well for £19.99. So for an extra £2, I'll give you a full bag for an extra £1, sorry. I'll give you a bag of snow, hundreds of gems, and I'll also give you the picker-uppers for £19.99. Or, by all means, go for the glitters at £18.99. Choice is yours. They're there if you want them. If you want to go for the glitters for £18.99, you do that. But for an extra £1, I'll give you all the rest. This can't be right.
No, well, I think this is a birthday deal. I think we did this as your birthday.
Oh, okay.
We normally do something as a birthday deal. I mean, the pollen, that is the price of the pollen. That's what it was going to be, because it's not just a glitter. What we've got in, this is made by a manufacturer in Holland who make our pollen for us. So normally you would find that you've got glitter, yeah? Not with this. This is mixed. This is 4 or 5 different sizes of glitter along with sand and mica and interference. So what you've got is, you can see there,
look at that,
the sparkle, but it's not everywhere. Does that make sense?
Oh.
The larger pieces are glittering, the smaller pieces are giving colour, and even if I swap this off, that's all your mica. Those bits are your mica mixed in there as well. So instead of being just one level of glitter, it's not. It's glitter with mica, with sand, with different things. So I know on the board you can actually see that it doesn't sparkle everywhere. It doesn't look like, I'm not being awful, it doesn't look like the cheap glitter I used to get from GT News as a kid for 15p in a tub.
No, it doesn't.
Because it's got, you see like the gold one and the blue there, you're not seeing a shine, a solid shine, because you're seeing the little bits of sand and the little bits of interference and the little bits of mica that are in there. And for your flower centres, look how those sparkle.
This works. It just works. And that's just your pollen. How about then if we throw in your artificial snow, your blingy gems and also your gems bigger as 30% of the stock has already gone. And once this has gone, it has gone. So what you'll technically see then, once this goes, I reckon it'll just be the glitters on their own. Okay, it'll just be the glitters on their own. 016725 is your item number. I've also got a happy hour deal as well, and already a third of the stock of this has already gone. Not even showed you yet. $9.99 is what you're looking at for your John next door, your poinsettia and poinsettia leaves die set for £9.99 is what you're looking at for this one. A saving of £10. Once again, $19.99 is the original price. The price will go back up. And remember, if you are getting a free gift, and it is limited, okay? It is limited. Once you get that gift, it's limited to one per customer. 520780 is your item number that you are looking at this. We are busy this hour. 1 day special. Busy. Your glitters, your pollen, sorry, are busy. Your new funky tags are busy. I've got cardstock on the show as well. It's busy. We knew we were in for a busy one, but we didn't realise how busy it was actually going to be. Right then, let's see all these new dies in action. If you've got any questions or queries, don't hesitate to email me, studio@thecraftstore.com. I'll put them to John for this hour. Right, and John, what are we up to first?
Right, okay, I thought I ought to use Linda's bauble.
Okay.
Because I love Linda. These are real people. Linda is a really good friend of mine. She is more than likely... I'll tell you now, if your order comes through Royal Mail, Linda's packed it.
Oh, Linda.
Linda or Penny, bless them. So, I've named everything after them, and I just love this bauble. And what I want to show you is, that it is slightly different in how it works and how we get the most out of it. So you've actually got, and again, if you watch this, you've got your outside line, which is the standard with the die, but it doesn't quite fit on that card, but, it's an expensive card. But if you actually put it rectangular, it fits on a lot less. So don't try and cut things like that unless you want the aperture.
Yeah.
Cut it that way. So all I do is take the centre, and I'm going to use the village. Take a long piece of tape and pick it up, and you'll notice that the village fits exactly in. And all you do is match up, put this on a line on your board, match up the top, and then it'll be even.
Okay.
We take that down that way, and we cut that. Yep, so simple line, and of course what we can actually do is we could just put that over a bauble, cut in another size and go for it. No problem at all.
Almost 50%, John, of the 1 day special stock has now already gone. Almost 50% of the stock has gone in 19 minutes. I'm going to have to make some calls to see
if there's any way we can release or there is any more to release, aren't I?
I think you may have to on this one.
Sorry, I'm not sure that there is, to be fair.
It's bank holiday and I think all our buyers are now out.
Yes, so I've got that one. Really simple, easy, done. Yeah, but if you look, it's also, because of the way the design is, can you see it's beveled? It's finished off.
That.
Not through embossing it or anything. There's
Even
detail
the little
in the die. Yeah, and if you want to, these little windows here are actually cut lines, so you can pop each little window out.
Oh, gee.
If you are that OCD. I know we shouldn't say that. If you like that sort of, you want them exactly. I don't. I don't put those out. If you're a perfectionist, they're not debossed, they are cut lines, so it will pop out for you.
Nice.
But obviously we could just stick that on there, and to me, there's the perfect gift tag done.
There it is.
Or put it onto a piece of waterfall.
Oh.
And again, there's a gift tag done.
Look
But
at that.
we've got 2 more layers if we want to use them.
Looks like a rainy night in Georgia.
It does. And with that hat, you should start singing that now.
Oh, rainy night
So,
in Georgia, 1981. Thank you, Marcus.
You've
You're
got
like a walking
2.
jukebox.
Marcus can never be beaten on music. I
He's
don't
good,
think.
isn't he?
So you've got then. So what I've done is to make it easier. And what I found I was doing at home, honestly, you should see the craft cave on my floor. Literally, I'm sticking to it. There's that many bits on it. Every scrap I'd got of my mirror, satin and waterfall card, because I had to make sure that we'd saved some for this show. So what I've had to do is, Peter, bless him, has put me a certain amount hidden away in the warehouse, so I got some for each show for the demos. But every scrap I had, I've been cutting baubles.
Now you can see
Because
why,
then I can layer it. So all I do now is add the trees to this one. So I've added the trees to this one.
Make nice. Oh, you've done bunting. I was going to say, mate, lovely bunting.
Yeah, it makes really nice bunting.
I've got loads of
books.
samples.
I mean, there's beautiful. I mean, there's a box there made by Archangel, just stunning. But it shows you that's tied in with foliage
Oh, look at this.
from last year. So last year's foliage dies from me will fit on the bauble. But you see why we wanted the outside rim and the separate middle, because you can't do a plain middle otherwise.
You think that's good? You actually see that? Oh my word, that is
It's a work of art, isn't it?
beautiful. Look at that. It is absolutely even a sparkling fruit. You
And-
crafters, everything sparkles.
I know. That's with the that's with the pollen added with spray glue onto real orange slices.
Is that card or is it just in the box?
It's a card inside the box. It's probably a book, knowing our knowing
No,
our
I think
Archangel.
I think it's just a box. I don't want to start pulling it apart. It's beautiful. Thank you, Archangel.
And
Thank you, all of you. I will show all your samples as with the show goes on.
I have to say, I will give the names so we can do a flash, because I, you know, across the bottom at some point
Oh, okay.
to say thank you to all the girls, because you know,
stopped at the wrong
Maxine,
point,
Leslie, Hazel, Rashan, Jackie, and I've forgotten somebody, and I always do, and I really feel bad, Maxine, that have just loved it. So I've cut in the next one, the next set of trees. So it's really simple. I mean, that on its own, to me, let's put that on its own, just on.
That looks nice. as well.
There's one gift tag, yeah? There's a different gift tag using the same die set. There's your third. You know, put a piece of vellum behind it. Again, you can put
Yes.
acetate behind. But if I layer them all up, so I'm going to use my usual handy spray glue into, obviously, the box that we have between us.
Box is on the floor. We're all good. We've got a really useful box down here.
Yes. Don't. I'll get shot. If Sam knows I've ordered more, I'll get shot. I promised him I wouldn't use the £6 credit.
Oh, is that what you use your credit on?
No, I did it in 2 orders,
You
so I
didn't
didn't,
use it?
because he's saving the £6 credit, he says.
You're saving it for something special
Yes.
coming up next tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what, but... Well, I do know what, but I'm not going to say because it's not fair. But there we go. Look, so we put those together. Can you see?
Oh, look at that.
It's not... Because I've drawn it myself, it's not the standard, oh, look, it goes up there. It's so you can use them separately. So I've got that. So we need to finish, don't we, really, on a piece of this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to waste any of that. So that's the middle from a previous die cut.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you don't need the tag. You don't need the top bit again, do you?
No,
You just need
so-
to fill in.
Spray that. Pop that on. I'm not wasting another layer.
Oh, you
so
imagine
there's
doing
one
this in the
bauble.
green.
Yeah.
The green of the trees, and you've got the
Ooh.
village you could do in the coppers and the pinks that we've got there.
Yeah, it would look beautiful.
really work.
What I've done is I've put the card packs together so they're in these stories that we use. So I'm not going to cut the other one. What I'm going to do is I've done the same with the deers, the stag. Yeah. And again, it's held with the Baroque Snowflake, but this time I'm just going to simply go onto a mirror card background. But what I've done, I'll show you how I cut this one. If you can see here how it's an inset piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you do is you use the inset along with the piece that goes inside. So you cut those two together, and it gives you an inset to go inside your bauble. So that's a different combination again.
Could we cut into our aperture? So if I wanted to make an aperture card, I could use the stag as my main aperture.
Yes, just as the aperture. And then you can cut the piece I'm using now and the outside bauble, I'll cut those together in a second. That would give you a rim to go over the front of it, which would make it look like you've got a bauble on the front. But I've got a quick demo to do like that at some point during the shows. So, let's take this one out.
Over half the stock. The one-day special now has already gone.
So, you do have to just ease this out. There we go. You see there? So you just have to ease it out. I mean, I could spend, I'm not going to spend hours doing it because it's boring to watch. But that's how you do that. But if I wanted to create sort of, like I said, a rim around it, then I would take that piece that I just used to cut out that. I would take the outside plain frame for the bauble. And if I cut these together, it gives me a beautiful outside bauble rim. And of course, I have included size to match because the crown that's actually in the pennies bauble, obviously these are a different size, won't fit. There is a crown piece die that fits on top as well. So you've even got that included. So I've included everything you can conceivably, hopefully need.
If we were clever enough, which you sort of are, you are, aren't you? You know you are. Would the inserts from things like, I know they've sold out now, but if we've already got things like Sam's bauble, you know, the inserts of those, and we were clever enough, they would fit inside the baubles and...
They will fit inside. The stags that are inside the Advent pop box will fit inside here. So nearly everything I've done, because you've got, this is one of the reasons why. So if I show you there, that's your outside rim bauble now. Yeah. So that's your outside rim. So of course, if I wanted to change, say, that one, I can put that on top and have another colour on top of the village. Yeah?
Oh, that works as well.
Okay. But this die, which makes the middle of it, you can put that over any of the other inserts that I've done for Christmas.
And cut them out?
And cut them out to then fit them in or on your bauble.
So if we had the manger and the wise men, that's set I'm thinking of.
That will cut an insert to put them into the bauble. So any of the previous die sets that I've got are used a scale to the same size to fit with that. So basically, do you want to cover something a couple of minutes just while I find the bits and I'll put these together?
Because now remember, because John designs it all, it's all going to work together. So if you've got the trees from this set, you've got your three wise men in the stable, you could have your trees in the background and your three wise men in the foreground, and it all fits in the same bauble. I'm now being told as well, your happy hour, limited stock. Limited stock for your poinsettia and your poinsettia leaves in this one. $9.99 is all you're looking for. $9.99 for John's Next Door styes. What you're looking at, £10 is what you're saving on this, but it's about to go. I've literally got less than 10% left. And once it's gone, it's gone. It's a happy hour deal. Right then, let's leave that back there because I think that's going to pay. Right, and one day special. So approaching 60% of the stock. A 60%. Let me show you some samples this time. Let me move my boards. And I'll show you some samples because I've got so many to get through. I'll take one from each top, as it were. You've got your Noel. Love your Noel. Oh, look at that. That's an M&S card if ever I saw one.
Do you know when I took a picture of that and I sent it to my friend, Maxine, one of the angels, she said that's an M&S card. And she said that one was a Harrods card.
Look at that for a card. Now, they are all beautiful. There you go. Look, there is Selfridges. Right there.
And there's an Aldi in there, because they make some beautiful cards. I got some lovely ones from last year.
I'm not going to tell you which one's which. That's not for me to do. So there are your Noel cards. I don't want to upset anyone. Then we've got... I like the shadow on this one. Happy hour deal. Well, you look at that. Happy hour deal has now sold out. Well done if you got it. It has now sold out. There is your little Christmas card. Oh, look at this. Something slightly different. Is that a shaker? I love a shaker card on TV. Do you know why? You just can't see it. Love a shaker card. You could turn it in. Then I'm guessing the waist of that turned into that.
And there is a third one that Leslie did as well. I think those are Leslie's. I'm not sure where I've put it.
Oh, look at this.
That's the one
Love
from
the
the front of
balls.
the packaging. They're Leblanches.
Are they Blanche's balls?
They're Blanche's balls.
Oh!
You know I'm a big Leblanche fan.
I love LeBlanche. What was her name yesterday? The Cabochon Cowgirl.
Oh, I like that.
And then a Blanche from the Ranch and sidekick Sam. There you go. Oh, look at that. That bit of quilting in the background. Look at these. I'm picking them all from the same pile. Let me go and get some more from another pile.
This one is my absolute favourite.
Maxine.
This was made by our Maxine, and Sam and I spent an hour with a toothpick trying to work out how this was made. How has she gone from the brown to the green to the gold?
Oh, yeah.
And Sam got it right, I didn't. And basically, she's cut it in green card.
And painted it.
She's then coloured the branch with the Couture alcohol pens, because she had those. And then she's used a gold Posca pen for the pears.
That's clever.
It's just beautiful.
Then there's some of your... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that now. Bit of Moulin Rouge.
And if you like the foliage that's on that one and the next one, wait till the end of September.
Oh, you little tease. You little tease. Wait till the end of September.
Well, Leslie's no good at following what comes out when, bless her.
No, she's not.
She actually accidentally put a card out from like the end of September yesterday.
Is this the tree line?
That's the tree line. Doesn't that?
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's the top of the tree line. That's the waste piece from the tree line, but it looks like snow.
Oh, if you like the foliage. I love these. Look at, there's so many. I've got so I have, if I could go up there myself, I would. We have 10-minute queues on the phone at the moment. Jump to the website, tap the apps, the quickest and the easiest way to go. We are trying to get to as many phone calls as we can. We have put extra staff on this evening because we knew this one-day special was coming up, so we've put another person on the phone because we only had one anyway. So just put one on. So we've got two, no, we've got more than that, I jest with you. But we have 10-minute queues on the phone because there are a lot of people ordering a lot of things in this show. Jump on the bandwagon. Jump on the bandwagon. Come on, come and join us. Things are about to go. I feel if they don't go in this show, they'll go with Derek later at 8 o'clock. Right then. Talking, jump to the website. I'm being told again we are very, very busy. Jump to the website if I was you. Over a third of the stock of this now has already gone. Let me show you some of the samples that we've got this time because we've seen the sentiments, but let me show you what you can do with them. Things like wonderful time of the year, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, New Year, let it snow, Happy Christmas, merry and bright, have a Merry Christmas, may your Christmases be merry and bright. Oh, I love these. Absolutely beautiful. From that, you then move to things like these. Then, oh, hello, look at that. Is that the Snowflake from the previous collection?
That's Snowflake from the previous collection. That is the poinsettia, the pinstripe poinsettia from the Happy Hour deal. This year's mini poinsettia, last year's Leslie's twigs. The corners from the limited edition. You can use it separately or everything together. And what I love is if you look at that one, the pink one, it's been kaleidoed. So you've got that really beautiful foiled effect on these sentiments. They're not too fine to foil, which I absolutely love. Oh. And again, that's been kaleidoed and foiled as well.
There is so many. And this just proves how well all of the dyes work together that you have seen in the past. They all work. Oh, he's one of our Catherine. It all works so well. £14.98. Remember, you're buying into the stamps and you're also buying into the dies as well. Love that little bundle. And now, birthday special up next. A third, tip me out to this, a third of the stock has already gone. What is it, I hear you cry? It is your brand new pollen that you've got. This is absolutely beautiful. It twinkles and it shines that you look there. £19.99 for an extra £1. Okay, I will give you all these. Okay, so I will give you the pollen on its own. There you go, look. Oh,
winner!
I will give you the pollen on its own. I always carry glitter with me. You never know when you need it. I will give you all that for £18.99. But how about if I said, I'll take this, your glitter, for an extra £1, 100 pennies. That's all it is. For an extra £1, what can you get for £1 these days? Trolley, I suppose. You can have, I've got loads of them. You can have the gems. You can have the picky upper sticks. So these are the tipped ends that you stick onto the gems so you can pick and position them. And they'll give you a bag of the artificial snow as well for an extra £1. Once this deal has gone, this deal has gone. It will not be coming back in this configuration. No doubt it'll just be the pollen on its own. Super fine, it's not glitter, it is pollen that you are looking at. Super fine, it's got mica in there. It's got
mica, it's got sand, and it's got 3 different grades of glitter. So it's not like, it's not one size of glitter. There are at least 3 different sizes of glitter in there. There's sand in there, which is what creates the pollen, and there's mica in there. And there is also a little bit of mica interference, which is what gives you that aurora borealis look when you get it in the right light.
Oh, I love it.
So, and you can see there, you know, when it's piled up, you can see the bits of glitter, how it's slightly different shades, because they blend it. They don't just go, the company that make it for us in Holland, they don't just go and go, right, let's have, you know, emerald green glitter, 5 different sizes. There's slightly different colours in there, so you get so much more variation. You're really going to struggle putting that back in there, aren't you?
I'm not. £19.99 is what you look at on this one. 1016725 is your item number. I've been there before. Right then, John, what are we up to this time?
Right, so what I've done is I've put the baubles together, and what I've actually done is I've put the crowns on top that Hayley and I decided, and I've switched them over. So again, this is just using card from the silver pack, but they just look so different. And I just want to show you now how we're going to put them together. So I've made a background, and this is using the centre of the DL frame of the falling stars. So I've literally just... Oh, I didn't want to do that yet. Oh, well. Ho hum. We'll live. So I didn't want to stick that on. So just using that and some of the caviar beads we had on the show a couple of weeks ago.
OK.
But again, it just shows how they work so well together.
Oh, I love
So what I'm going to do is foam tape.
I love the background as well.
The background is just using, and I will show this through some of the shows, it's just using the centre panel from the falling stars. And what I've done is cut it and taken the longer one out.
You can make bunty.
But you'll actually see, because I'm kind of doing these not in order. So this is actually the waist from another demo that I've got to show you later on. So you will see it at some point, I promise.
Just in case you were wondering, I did put the glitter back, OK? Anyway, and I did do it.
You did?
Did it on my own. By myself, I used a bit of paper. I was there.
I didn't know Lewis's name was a bit of paper. Is that what you call him?
Well, he likes to be called on a Sunday.
Yeah. So 2 layers on here, so it's just a little bit high. This is what I love about having the separate crown is I can take ribbon through and thread it like a bauble, double it over the other side, and this is where I was supposed to tie it down with the foam tape and then put the background on, but hey ho, we live. So you would do this, then attach your background to the card, unlike I've done. Always do as I say, not as I do.
Still works though.
But just double it over. But to me, by them not being hanging loose, when you see the baubles actually hanging on ribbons, it looks so much more realistic on a card. It misses something.
It's like grounding people.
Yes.
When you have to put the ground in the floor, otherwise they look like they're floating. With a bauble, you sort of do have to hang it in some sort of way.
Yeah, you do. And it just works. But to me now, it's beautiful, but obviously I want to put a sentiment on. And this is where the sentiments come in, because it's rare that I would sentiment a card, but this is perfect for it. So what I've already done is I have already stamped, and when I find things, so I've stamped and I've already foiled in silver.
Oh, okay, with
the Kaleido, the sentiments.
They're nice though.
Yeah, I love these. I'm going to go with this Merry Christmas and using the tags that match, because this is so easy to do. If you notice, anyone would think that I was instrumental in doing these stamps, wouldn't you really?
You would think.
Because they actually match the die. So this is the inside from one of them, but I've also got for a scrap, here we go, You've got an outside for this.
Of stamps and dies now have already got. They'd also make nice belt buckles, as in like
They
little
would.
Father Christmas cards and stuff on craft card.
Actually, they really would, wouldn't they?
They would. You do them in black and gold.
Well, this one's quite clever because this die, this just doesn't cut. This doesn't just cut out. This cuts a really fine rim as well. So you can put the rim on top of that to make the belt buckle in a different colour.
I like.
So I do try and think about making them as complex as I can. And again, it's making sure that these sentiments, because people may have these are not a new die, but if you have, it's making sure that 2 years later, the stamps still match. You see here, you get this little rim out as well.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So I could do this in 3 colours if I wanted to. Yeah,
that's nice.
But like you said, Santa's belt buckle there.
Yeah, easily.
So let's just, again, take a little bit of foam tape.
Even like a small miniature. Obviously, drink responsibly. But like if you were going to put
just
around
tied
bottle,
around,
just
yeah.
tied around, saying Merry Christmas or something like that, someone's favourite tipple.
This was sized to match 7 to 10 mil ribbon.
Oh,
So I'm using 7 mil here. But that goes onto there. I'm just going to secure it with foam tape because it's easier and quicker.
You imagine that around a bottle?
It would really work, wouldn't it? And again, there's something about the fonts in these that make me think about, and I know, you know, we always talk about things not looking mass-produced, but sometimes it's nice, you see a really nice sentiment and you think, well, you can't get anything in the craft industry that's the same.
Yeah, it's true.
Sometimes we do want things like that. So there you can see,
Look at that.
front and back. You can't see the
Professional.
ribbon going through, but of course that just ties then around the card just there. Or, because we only put 1 layer of foam tape, slip it under,
Oh, look at that.
wrap it round, and what you would do is I would tape this down with normal sort of sticky tape. I won't say sellotape because we're not allowed to. So with normal sticky tape, and then you can put an insert in, and of course you could print your insert on a laser printer or photocopier and foil it through the Kaleido.
Oh, and then put that on the inside.
And then have a foiled insert on the inside. But there you go. But to me, it works. It's
Look
right
at
size.
that.
Everything's the same sort of silver. But that is your mantelpiece pleaser, as
It
Alex would call it.
really, and it all works together. It doesn't look at you and go, yeah, they sort of work together. They all work together.
Yeah.
This is the thing, they all work together. 60% of the 1-day special stock now has already gone. What are you getting? So much is what you are getting here. I haven't got that many more left, to be honest. This was meant to last full 1-day special. It was meant to last now. It was meant to last 8 o'clock, 8 in the morning, 12 and 4 tomorrow. But I don't think it will be here. Individually, we are very limited on all of them, to be honest. Most of them
put
are now...
loads on individually.
Individually, they are mostly gone because we know everyone's budget is different. The only way really of getting that big old saving now is going for them all together. Become a Freedom member. It's one of those why not deals. What is a why not deal? The money that you're saving as a Freedom member, you can also become a Freedom member. It pays for itself, to be honest, and it's instant as well. So if you're ringing the call centre now, if you can, jump to the website, pop it in your basket, you can use it straight away. If I was you, they're very, very busy upstairs at the moment. Right then, you're also going to get one of the free gifts. Who knows what it'll be? It'll be a lucky dip of an embossing folder is what you're going to be getting with this one. There's loads. They're all from Crafts 2. You know what you're getting with Crafts 2. You're getting quality. So much in here. One of these will be winging their way to you as well. All 33 dies will be coming to you as well if you're starting putting the 1-day special into your baskets. 983236 is your item number. £61.15 is the price, or split the cost onto 2 interest-free flexible payments of £30.58 today. Right, and John, what are we up to next?
Right, I thought we should do something like this. Actually, we're going to do this-ish, which is using the DL, which is the
nice.
Falling Stars. So this one doesn't have any ribbon thread through it. So this is just with different coloured gold card behind it.
If you took Merry Christmas off that, you could use that all year.
Well, this is the idea. I mean, I drew this one with my friend Terry in mind. And Terry loves stars. I mean, she's got little tattoos of them. In fact, Sam's got some little star tattoos. She loves stars. And I always try and put something in every year that's got stars on it because she'll use it all year round. At the end of the day, there's nothing in this that screams Christmas.
No, it's not.
You know, if you've got a man's card, don't just think they're hobbies. I mean, how many times do you get golf, football, cricket?
It's true.
And
Racing
they're boring.
car.
Racing car. Or do you get the glass of red wine on the table by the beach with the scene at the back
With
half
the
a chair?
bottle, and it was like you're in an old Beauty and the Beast tavern.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
never
Please
seen that
don't
pub.
just make us nice cards and change the colours. I'd love that as a birthday card.
Oh, I would. I don't drink
But
red.
you
I only drink
can.
white as well.
You don't drink red?
Not red.
Oh, terrible. But
Gives
you
me a go.
can thread ribbon through in different ways on this. So this, I will show you these. So that's threading,
That's
and
nice.
so the ribbon goes behind the stars, tied as a bow, couple of bells on. Yeah? Or you can do it the other way to cover the stars. And this one I've used organza ribbon so you can see them through.
Oh, that's nice as well.
And really simple. And you can extend the frame. There's a beautiful card on the back, actually, that Hazel made, where she's used the background and cut it along a piece of card,
Oh, look at that.
along a piece of waterfall card, and then thread a different red and gold ribbon through it.
That works.
But to make the frame really simple. Now, normally I would tell you a long piece of tape, but when we want a frame and we want 3, what you want to do is get your outer frame and tape that down. And if you notice, I'm taping it down. This is using the black satin card from Craft Artist. Yep, so this is on the outside. This might not be on the show, but you might find this one on the website.
Okay, we'll find it on the website. Jump to
But
the website for this
give
one.
yourself a base. Then we can take, you can tell I like this die because it's got bits
It's got
in.
bits in, you've been using it a lot.
Always know. Take your long piece of tape, pick up your inner die. Yeah. Move it along, lets you hover over, get it even. Pick up your middle die. And of course, by doing 2 separate ones, it means that, see how much easier that is when that's taped down?
Yeah, rather than trying to...
Rather than trying to get 3 together. But by doing it with these, it means that you can have it without, you can make the frame as wide as you want. You can make the frame as deep as you want by not using that one. Or you can repeat it as Hazel did. So all I need to do is just quickly run this one through.
Is there videos on these?
There is a video for every die set apart from the twinkling snowflakes.
Okay,
Because I said to Sam, should I do a video on the twinkling snowflakes? He said, they are snowflakes.
that is true.
You cut them out and stick them on, or cut them out in a fancy background, and I have some demos prepped. But they all went live on YouTube at 6 o'clock tonight.
So they'll all be there. If you want to go and see them, go and watch them after the... Well, don't watch them after the show. Watch them tonight, about 10 o'clock when we come off air. 10 o'clock tonight, go and find them. Then is the best place to go and find them. I wouldn't go and find them now. They don't get released till 10.
Sam might have done it for 10 o'clock tonight. I did tell him 6, but he might have done it for 10, bless him.
I don't know.
Yeah. He spends hours uploading them. But they're really simple videos, again, just overhead on my hands, no fancy thing. So that's the frame as it stands. Black is not the best choice on TV when you're wearing navy.
It looks good, though.
I just love that as it... I mean, just, 2 or 3 of them together. You can actually do 1, 2, and then 3, 4.
That'd be nice.
You can cut it, put 4 frames together to make a square, which works really nicely. So all I need to do is just take little bits out, and I'm going to show you the different ways.
Be nice invitations.
It would be really nice party
For like
invitations,
balls,
wouldn't it?
like New Year party, like a prom or a ball,
Well,
or...
When I made this, when I came up with this sort of black and gold, it actually screamed to me Happy New Year.
Yeah, it does.
And New Year party, New Year party, you could put party in the middle or anything. But of course, what I have made sure is that the Noel letters fit in the middle.
Oh, he's clever, isn't he?
So N, O, E and L will fit in the middle, and I've got a demo tomorrow to show you exactly how to get those even.
Fabulous.
So all we would do is ribbon. I'm using, this is 7mm organza. The width of these is designed to take up to straight 10mm, but you can use wider ribbon because it looks beautiful, it just gathers.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Leslie's done one, I can't, somewhere in all of these samples, bless her, and she's used like inch-wide ribbon, and she's just gathered it in to each one and then let it come out a little bit for
So
each
you have
star.
like a little ruffle.
Yeah, well, it's perfect. So in through number 1, out through number 2, back in through number 1, and out through number 2 again. Always easier at home. And that way you get the ribbon behind the star, yeah?
Yeah.
If you want to cover the star, what you do is come up, and you come up hole number 2, and go back down hole number 1, and then come back up through hole number 1, and go back down hole number 2, and that will cover then the stars completely.
Look at that.
And again, if you're using not an organza ribbon, you're using a non-sort of see-through ribbon, then obviously you won't even see the stars, so you don't even know they're there. So using the second one, that's what we'll get.
That's nice.
But I put gold behind it, and using, oops, sorry, bells, but using it to show the stars, then that's what you get. But what I want to do is show you a simple way of doing it. So what we want to do is, can you imagine, I now want to cut a gold frame to fit behind this.
Okay.
So what I have to do is, I have to somehow get this die and this middle die even to the same size as that frame.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, life's too short.
It's true.
I'm genuinely, you know, it's just not worth it. What you do is, basically, 2 ways. If you're very precise and you don't like hand cutting, okay, you cut this out, yeah, you glue that on, you drop the die in, and you run it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I've shown before. If, like me, you are even lazier than that and you don't want to bother going through your die machine twice, basically take a piece. All of these strips I'm using I've cut to 4 inches.
Okay.
It's the perfect size, so I get 2 and a bit out of each one. So I literally just run that through. And what I love about doing it this way is it means that it fits through my Kaleido, so I don't have to bother getting my A4 out, because the frame, you have to move it on. I do show you in one of the videos on YouTube how to use the frame die on an A5 machine, because every die will fit through an A5. You just have to move it up a little bit. So don't feel you've got to, you know, splash out on an A4 for any of these dies. So we just do that. We take this, we go into our really useful box for spraying.
Very useful.
Match it in the centre, and because it's dies, because it's die cut, it will match. It's the same piece, and then either drop the die on the outside, or, to be honest, cheat. And just use a pair of scissors and trim it out. Nobody needs to know. Because it's glued on, you've got a ridge, so it's really hard to cut in the wrong place. Because look, you've got a ridge. You're
You just
hitting.
put your scissors up against it.
Yeah, and that's all I'm doing.
You could use your paper trimmer.
You could use paper trimmer or your guillotine. Really simple.
Remember, we've got the cardstock on the show
that
as well. Not
way-
the black one, but we've got all the other colours on the show.
There we go, really simple.
That's nice.
And then, where have I put the pieces? So, shall I do a centre? Ooh, I don't know where I've put my piece of black.
Well,
we
the
got
centre of
time?
black, it's there, isn't it, on the dies?
Sorry? No, I needed a bigger piece, and I don't know where I've put it.
Could you,
lose
though,
things already.
now you've done that, now you've put the gold behind it, oh, there'd be another way around it, though. If you wanted to cut the slots out again, and you wanted to feed ribbon through,
could you drop the die
could
back
you drop
in?
the die back in and then
Yeah.
cut those slots back
You'd
through
have
again?
to cut it through, run it through with a shim
But it would
to
still
go
work.
through, and it should still work. Yeah.
That's a good idea. So you could do the technique we've just done, but if you still wanted the lines, you're running back
Well,
through again.
What I'd actually do is, to be honest, I would put, if you want a different colour, I'd use paper.
Oh, yeah,
Or something a little bit thinner, like a 180, 190 GSM.
Yeah.
Because you're going to you've got to push through the 240, 250 GSM that you've already got.
You just use gold paper.
So if you used a gold paper, but it should work anyway. So there, I've just run that through, cut gold stars.
That's nice.
So that will give you a gold star. But I love the way, and if you notice, these are the same style as I used as the hangers in the pennies bauble.
Yes.
So it ties together with the separate strips in there. But of course, me being me, this card, you know, card's expensive, I'm cheap. Spray glue, used a bit of black from the middle of the frame, because of course that will fit over.
Saving
So there we go.
cards.
So you're saving card again. Well, I'm cheap, like I say. And then here's one I've already got done. with a little bit of foam tape on. Look at me, blue-petered.
I know, this is rare.
I know. I've got another 17 like that down here.
Well, I know. Oh, yeah, I can see them all back. Oh, look at these.
There are, yeah, there's a lot on there. So again, we just put that on, and then I undercut. And I say this all the time, but don't cut like that. Tilt your scissors. That way, watch, the blades go under the die cut. Yeah.
I like that.
So don't cut straight, undercut. Cut them at, just like the hairdresser when they're, you know, cutting into your hair. So you're cutting at an angle, but watch. Nobody sees the back, so it doesn't matter if that's not even.
True.
But you don't want to cut your frame at the top. And then we would just put a sentiment on, onto a card, and we're done. But again, that just wants a little strip across it saying party, and then inside all the details of your New Year's Eve party. Or my mini champagne bottle would look lovely on there.
Oh, yes.
Cut in black with gold labels
It's like
on
a black tie event.
Yeah.
If you're going to do, then you could do these for table numbers.
I want to go home now and get my little mini champagne bottle die out and do that.
I love it. I'm going to ask now, over 60%, that blue card that's down there with Noel on, it's like 8 o'clock.
That one?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's amazing. You wait till you see some of his
I'll do that one at 8
demos.
o'clock then.
Without Terry, I'll be watching it at the car. Over 60% of the one-day special now has already gone in the first live hour. This card will be made with our Derek later on at 8 o'clock. How beautiful is that with the depth that you've got on there as well? Absolutely stunning. Start checking out your baskets. If I was you, you do not want to miss out on what you've got here, because once it's gone, it has gone. Thank you, John. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. It was brilliant. And thank you for the Rhinestone Cowboy.
Anytime. If you ever want to hire me, I'm available most days, to be honest. I will just turn up at your door. I'm like the dad's doorstep man. Just turn up, sequin jacket, give you a spin, and I walk away again. Don't you go anywhere. There's so much more to shop for here at the craft store. See you in a minute.